think so. And then the question is, how come they don't talk to us and meet us, right?
Right.
Well, if you go down a country road and see an anthill, do you go down to the ants and say, I bring you trinkets, I bring you beads, I give you nuclear energy?
That's some perspective on things right there.
So
Huh?
take me to your ant queen. Or do you simply step on a few of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
we're
you know
here
why
to
they
be
don't-
stepped on.
Now you know why they don't visit us.
So you have no doubt there's other civilizations out there?
Oh, yeah, they're out there, definitely.
And do you think the aliens come and visit us at all? Or check us out, or they could care less?
Well, they're probably on the moon. If you saw the movie 2001, the most likely visitation site is the moon. They would land and leave a robot probe, basically a machine that would wait for us to become Type 1, where we become interesting. And 2001, we thought we would be a Type 1 planetary civilization with moonships. Another 100 years will do that. So on our moon is the most likely site for a previous visitation of an alien civilization. And we're too stupid to even know that because we're not even on the moon yet. So, so I think previous visitations are definitely possible. We physicists think the moon is the most likely site of a previous ancient visitation by a passing Type 3 galactic civilization.
Very interesting. Listen, we got to take a break. We're really late. We're going to continue with Dr. Kaku. The book is called Physics of the Impossible. What's the book about again for the people out there? The title isn't doing it justice, really.
Well, it's about everyone who's wondered about phasers and force fields and ray guns and invisibility and teleportation, which we physicists say is impossible today, but possible in the near future.
Very good. We're going to go to the phones next. It's Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. We got Dr. Kaku in studio. Physics of the Impossible is the name of your book, sir. I got a question really fast. When I was a kid and I started thinking about the universe and learning about the universe, it scared the crap out of me to the point I couldn't sleep at night. Just how vast and large it was. Does the universe scare you?
No, it doesn't scare me because we now realize that when we're looking out of space, we don't see much intelligence. Intelligence is very rare. The very fact that we have intelligence on the Earth means it's precious. Your brain, believe it or not, sitting on your shoulders is the most complex object known to science out to 24 trillion miles, out to the nearest star. So the fact that we have life, we have intelligent life, is incredible because we don't see much out there.
Right.
And for that means that it's very precious. And so instead of being depressed about it, I feel very optimistic and enthralled that here we are, the only intelligence out to 24 trillion miles of the Earth.
It's that whole thing of we can't really comprehend infinity that
creeps everybody out.
Makes you, because you can't wrap your mind around something that's never ending.
Yeah, Douglas Adams, the humorist, the science fiction writer, once had a machine that is guaranteed to drive any sane man totally insane. It's a box. You look at a picture. The picture is a picture of the entire universe with an arrow saying, "You are here." Guaranteed to drive any sane person totally insane. The universe is very big, but like I said, intelligence is very rare. We see no evidence.
Believe me, you should see our listeners.
I think we got one.
We see no evidence of intelligent life in our solar system, and you have to go to the nearest star, Alpha Centauri, before there's a possibility of intelligent life.
What about...
How many, was that, like 4-point-something light years?
Yeah, that's right, 4 light years.
Look at that, Jimmy. What about...
you got a gig there?
Yeah.
What about God, sir?
How far is that door to door, Jimmy?
Well, we have Charlton Heston here.
Oh, damn.
Inside track. No, Einstein thought there were 2 types of God. First is the God of prayer and intervention, the God that parts the waters, the God that walks on water. He didn't necessarily believe in the God of intervention. He believed in a different kind of God. He believed in the God of Spinoza, the God of Leibniz, the God of harmony, beauty, elegance, simplicity, the lawgiver. That's the God that Einstein believed in, that the universe is too gorgeous, too beautiful to have been a random, chaotic event. So there had to be laws, there had to be simplicity and beauty, and that's what guides theoretical physicists. What guides us is beauty and simplicity in our equations.
But who created God, then?
Well, we think that there is a multiverse of universes, that our universe was born perhaps budding off a parent universe, like soap bubbles budding off other soap bubbles, and we think that's eternal. This is called Eternal Inflation, and one of my friends that may actually win the Nobel Prize for coming up with this picture. It fits all the data from the satellites. Eternal inflation, universes budding off and sprouting from other universes all the time.
You got a friend that's going to win the Nobel Peace Prize, and we got a friend that has a CD coming out tomorrow. So we're very...
Bobby Kelly.
And you deal with planets, and our friend has small comedians orbiting around him.
Yeah. We're in different places, sir.
I have a question, too. Something, 'cause, like they talk about the dark matter in the universe.
That's right.
We really don't know what makes up, what is it, 80% of the universe? We have no idea what it is.
That's right. Dark energy makes up 73%. Dark matter makes up 23%. And atoms only make up 4% of the universe. And we hope to produce dark matter in Geneva, Switzerland in 2 months. You probably saw the headlines of the New York Times. The atom smasher will eat up the earth.
Or on a placemat for Opie.
New York Times.
Which one is that?
Anyway,
is that the big paper that weighs a lot?
Anyway, the Atom Smasher we're debuting in 2 months is not going to eat up the Earth, contrary to popular myth. We're not going to destroy the planet. We're not going to create a black hole that's going to eat up the Earth in Geneva.
But how do you know for sure?
People get very worried about
because
that.
They're taking a bit of a chance, I'm thinking.
No, because these
you guys are bored.
These are microscopic subatomic black holes. You couldn't even light up a light bulb with these things. And so there's no danger. But we hope to produce dark matter with the Atom Smasher, starting this summer.
So it's energy. Is it like a physical thing, like a ball you can hold, or is it just an energy?
It's invisible energy. And it's predicted by string theory. String theory predicts dark matter. And string theory is what I do for a living. It's my day job. And string theory, we hope, will allow us to, quote, read the mind of God. This, we think, is the ultimate theory.
Wow.
The final theory, the theory of everything that eluded Einstein for the last 30 years of his life, and we think we have it.
One of you guys are going to just do an oopsie and destroy the Earth. You know that, right?
Whoops.
There's going to be some kind of oopsie, and we're all done.
The big difference between the doctor and the rest of us, if I had your brain power at that age, instead of an atom smasher, I would have found a way to, look through girls' clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
X-ray specs?
Yes.
Yeah,
on the back of the magazine?
Right. Hey, you've been in an elevator with Jimmy, you know that. And he's been talking about you for years on this program, and all he wants is some kind of recognition the next time you see him. That's all he's asking for.
Just a hello.
Just a little hello, a little nod.
Next time he asks you a question, remember, the inside of his brain looks like that picture.
What picture you showing?
Two ultimate fighters just kicking each other in the face.
Anthony and I had a debate one time about gravity.
Gravity, yes.
Which I was wrong
it's
about.
everywhere.
And about what made, if a planet has to spin. I thought a planet had to spin.
No, and I said it was mass. Of course, things that have more mass have more gravity, and Jimmy wouldn't listen to me. He thought it was the spinning motion that made gravity. I'm like, no.
Well, you were right, and I
of course I was.
Dr. Kaku on an elevator, and I asked him about that. And the look he gave me, you would think I would just said, "Hey, can I have a hug?" I know we don't know each other, but he did explain it. And it turns out.
Hey, let's go to the phones. We got Kevin in Jersey. Kevin, what's up? We're talking to.
He probably would have liked to have seen gravity in action by you plummeting in the elevator.
We're talking to Dr. Kaku. His book's called Physics of the Impossible. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the good doctor could comment on some of the physics theories related to Lost.
You ever watch Lost?
No, but I understand that they have a time travel episode, right?
Yeah, there's some kind of
into a vortex and goes backwards in time. Well, like I said, we think that it is possible to go backwards in time. The catch is you have to be a very advanced civilization to do that, capable of manipulating stars, manipulating black holes.
So you got to take your starship and whip it around the sun. And then you got to slow down real quick, and then you got to bring some whales back with you. And
like in Star Trek 4,
of
right?
Course. They always use that one as a cop-out when they had to go back in time. Yeah. It's like, why not just solve every problem that way, Kirk?
Yeah.
It's like, we got to fight? Nah, let's just swing around the sun, and we'll get these Klingons when they're kids.
Yeah. Or Superman 1 at the end of the movie. Superman goes around the Earth, and Lois Lane comes back.
Yeah.
That was really depressing, bringing back Lois Lane.
Yeah, believe me, I'm sure it was for him, too.
I thought they finally got rid of that character when she died in Superman 1. Oh, no, Superman has to bring her back.
She was terrible.
That's what happened to Margot Kidder. She wound up naked, crawling behind bushes a few years later. What a psycho she was. What a loon.
Yeah. Yeah, but you
Or
can,
like Blade Runner.
yeah. Well, anyway, you cannot go backwards in time by whipping around the sun. You can't do that.
No, huh?
But a wormhole is conceivable. I mean, all the equations work. Everything seems to work with wormholes, but not winging around the sun and breaking the light barrier.
Now, is it because of the acceleration? Is it?
You can't go faster than light. That's the problem.
That
right?
seems to be the rule of thumb there.
Why
That's right.
though? Why?
Well, we don't know, but the Atom Smasher were debuting in 2 months outside Geneva, Switzerland. The particles there go 99.999